So today we are covering virtual display driver and showing you how to add custom resolutions, and most importantly one of the virtual resolutions or vertical resolutions, and also like 4K or whatever you want, like 8K, that doesn't normally display in your display settings unless you have the appropriate monitor connected. This software that you see here is for Windows, and it will allow you to enable those higher resolutions. It's not going to obviously increase the resolution of your physical display, but it will force that signal to the display. So any textural increases when it comes to 4K or higher quality textures will be applied and will be displayed. If you're using a low resolution, normally you get the lower resolution textures or whatever, but there's benefits to it, especially if you're using stuff like AR glasses, and you have depth of field and able to have that sixed off movement where you can move closer and further away from the screen easily. So let's go ahead and show you where to get this, or how to get it installed and how to configure it. So if you go to GitHub here, I'll put this in the description below. You want to go here where it says releases. Read this first, obviously, just to get an idea of what it is. Watching YouTube videos about virtual display driver from the creator, and then go to this page that he recommends. Go to releases right here, click on that, and then this is where you can download it right here. See, so you can go ahead and pull that down, VDD control and VDD display driver. Just get this installed. One of them is the software, and I think and the other one is the actual GUI. I think this package actually might come with the whole thing, but if not, you can pull down the VDD control there. Once you have it installed, or before you open it, you want to go here where it installed itself, right? So you got C:\virtual display driver, and in that folder or wherever it installed, you'll see this VDD settings XML file. And from here, you can just go ahead and edit with Notepad. And you'll see all of these available refresh rates. You'll see all of the different resolutions that you can enable here. And as you can see, I have enabled a vertical resolution right here. I also have a vertical resolution here as well. So you can see this is 1440, that's 1080p. This is my this is the 4K resolution, and if you look down below, here are the custom ones that I added where I flipped the width and the height, right? And this is 4K. I also added 8K, which we'll mess with that later, but that's also a this is a regular 8K resolution, not vertical. So, but this one's here, this is a 4K vertical. So if you want to add those are the values into there, and it's just basically resolution, and then whatever's in the content in here, and then you have the resolution right here as far as that. And then you can also set your refresh rate. I think that is probably separate from what you see here, the global refresh rates, so you don't have to really worry about that. If it's configured as 30, you'll still be able to go higher on here. So then I haven't really messed with the rest yet, but you can possibly force this on. I'll probably experiment with this later. In any case, once you add your custom resolutions, press the save button, which is up here. Close that down, and then what you want to do is you want to open up VDD right here. See, there you go. And so once VDD is open, you have to start. You have to start it, right? Because in the settings, you don't have those resolutions available. So if you go here and you go to display settings, you can see that it's not available, right? You're 1440 max, because that's what's connected to my display. But if I click virtual display driver, and then I go to system and I enable the driver, watch what happens. PowerShell script is going to be automatically run, and then you'll see it says connected to the driver, boom, and then you're going to have advanced resolutions, right? So you want to go back to your display settings, and then you can go back to, it'll give you two additional displays, right? These two additional displays. There's my 1080p, there's 1080p, and here's the custom one that I configured here for 8K, right? So if I switch that, I can switch that back to a vertical if I wanted to, and that's in there as well. But I'm not going to do that now because it's going to mess my stuff up. but you can see what happens. Watch when I go back to 4K, it'll drop that back to 4K resolution. If I put this to vertical, look what happens here. You won't see that properly here, but in display glasses, yes, it should show up properly on that. But let's go ahead and revert back to 4K that we had before. And yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. And then when you're done and you want to revert back, you just go into your virtual display driver, go to system, and then disable driver, and that will disable the 2 additional displays that VDD gives you, and the 4K display, so it's just back to your native, right? And that's pretty much it. From here, my plan is to go ahead and connect it to my X-Real 1 glasses and test it in 6.off and see if I can actually get this to look proper. So, and that's what we'll have next in the next video.